Does my stomach not look put you can't see?
What stomach? Where?
I love that question.
Oh, we've answered you like quick. Oh, you like quickies. You
Oh
like
my God.
cooking. No, they asked you like cooking.
Oh.
Next. How do you handle being annoyed with your friends when they do something annoying but you still love and care for them? Are we starting there? Okay, ready to start when you are.
Okay, let's try that again. Ready to start when you are.
Ready to start when you're right. Like you're actually right. Okay, so like I'm ready to start when you are.
Yeah. First question. I guess
Oh,
are we
what
gonna do
happened to our...
hey ASO? And 3 and 2 and 1. Hey guys, and welcome to Ask
As
So
so
Friday.
Friday?
Yeah.
We are comedians. I'll give us that. Amen. Let's go. Let's go.
I can't wait until we go on tour.
That's fun.
Have you ever had a boyfriend that never posted you? What did you do?
I see what you did there. Side note, you guys, my parents watch these videos like on repeat. So my previous boyfriends have all posted me. It's a question of why would they now posting me? That was the issue. But
Wait, why were they posting you? Don't stop there. The people want to know.
we need some tea. Yeah. Let's get into this then.
Yeah.
Yeah, like like when people post you because like they want to make up for something, it's just not it's not pure, like I want to post you so I can, prove to you that I really like you and so that you can also forget what happened like last week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was. But I think what I'd like though is like if you're gonna post me because you want to post me, not because like you want to make up for whatever like stuff that you did or eat or you know what I mean? Like make it pure.
Yeah.
And let's do that when we're actually both in the relationship because then it saves the other from looking like Boo Boo the Fool. And I'm not trying to look like Boo Boo the Fool no more. You know what I mean? I've been
Yeah.
moving the fool in these streets for too long.
I've
For
been
too
a
long.
boo-boo too. Um, but I
Have you
once
been a
was
boo
on.
boo the fool?
I've definitely been a boo-boo though fool. But for this question, I was actually on the other side of it, where I didn't post. And I would only post when I did something and I needed to make up for it. That's when I would be like, love you, babe. And I would post a picture of us. So
Okay,
so if
okay.
you are in a relationship and your boyfriend's not posting you, you need to either get out of there because if they're active, like if they're active on online and they post other things, they post themselves, they post their friends, but somehow their phone stops working when it's time to post you, then it means that they want to look single. Doesn't mean that they're cheating necessarily. It just means they want to maintain their identity as like a single person because why else would you not want to post your partner online if you regularly use your socials? So I would say maybe get out of there.
Hey, spoken. Spoken from them, from
Yeah.
the other side.
100%.
Guys, let's take notes. Okay. Next question. How do you handle being annoyed with your friends when they do something annoying, but you still love and care for them?
For me, it depends. I feel like I'm really big on trying to resolve issues in my relationships because I don't like the feeling of resentment. I feel like if I don't say something and it really bothers me, I'm just going to grow to resent you over time. And so if I have an issue that I feel that I can't get over myself, that you've done something and I feel like I can't move past it myself, then I'll have to come and say, okay, you did this and it bothered me. Because to me, love doesn't keep a record. So if I can't get over it, I have to come and say it. But if you've annoyed me but I know that this is something that I can move past myself, this is something I can just be like, okay, it's just one of those days or she's just being that way and I can let it go genuinely, then I just let it go.
I used to struggle with this, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I'm learning, communication in all relationships. In the moment, I do need to take space for myself because I've got a lot of fire in my signs. My projection, my delivery is not always as nice as I think it is. It comes out the opposite way. I need to take some space, some time to myself. And then after that, like the next day, when we chat, I'd be like, hey, yeah, so I don't know, eh? Like this kind of, or yeah, because you pissed me off last night,
Mhm.
etc. I'm also learning to put myself in the other person's shoes to empathize. Okay, but what was their situation? And am I any better? If I was
Mhm.
in that situation, would I handle that way better than they did? If I can't, then okay, let me just chill down. And then when we're chill, I'm gonna be like, so yeah, what were you actually thinking though? So what was happening? Like what were you actually, oh, okay, all right, cool. Maybe let's not do that. Let's not do that
I feel
again.
like that's so healthy because, like, for me, I feel like I've had relationships with friends where they wouldn't say when I did something that bothered them or like upset them or annoyed them, whatever it
Mm,
was. And then later they would have like a list of things, like, and then on this day you said this, and on
mm,
this day you did that. And it's like, what am I now supposed to do about that a year later, you know? And
mm,
so for me, I really like to address it like as soon as possible to say, and I think
mhm,
more people should do that. I think that's the healthy thing, even though you may
mhm,
need to work on your projection. I feel like it's so healthy that you
mhm,
can say, okay, you know what, yesterday, what you did, it really bothered me. It really pissed me off. Because then, as your friend, I feel like then I can trust when we're good. When you say we're good, I can trust that you really mean it, that we're actually good. And when we're not good, then I know I've done something and we can resolve it and our relationship can continue to grow and develop, you know,
mhm,
rather than when
mhm.
people keep things in. So, yeah.
Oh, tell me, do you trust someone easily? Now, yeah. Before, no. Before I trust was I can't trust you. You can't trust nobody in this planet. That's where it's
Mm-hmm.
coming from. Trust is
Really?
trust. It must be earned. I'm still in a trust must be earned, but right now I do trust. I figured out that when I never used to trust people, it's because I couldn't trust myself. But now I love myself. I trust. Hello, if I can't trust myself, like what's happening? So now that I'm at the space of trusting myself, I can then now trust other people, and I'm able to ask for help, ask for support when I need it, because now I can trust that. Oh, okay, this person that I'm trusting understands that I'm putting my bless you, my trust in their hands, and then they can deliver. Like even like with you, right? Like when you tell me, oh, I'm gonna do something, and I'm like, all right, cool, like it's not even a, so is she actually gonna do it? Yeah, yeah, I'm a truster now.
That's so
Weird
funny.
now.
For me, it was actually the opposite. I trust so easily, probably too easily, and I had to learn, or I've been learning how to actually manage that. My I actually realized that I tend to approach people with this childlike innocence. Like I think of everyone as always having my best interest at heart and always not even my best interest but just being good at heart, that everybody is full deep down, despite however they may present, that people are full of like warmth inside. And so it's always so surprising for me when like people don't end up like that or show me different sides that I didn't think they had. I guess it's human, but my issue was actually over trusting. For me, it was like trust
Um,
until proven otherwise. So I would just automatically go in assuming that you're the best and you're going to do the best until you prove me wrong.
Because I even think what helped me is like, the concept of categorizing your friends or
Mm-hmm.
categorizing the people in your life and saying, okay, if I need, I don't know, if I need $10,000, who are the people that are in the category? And can I trust these people? Yes or no? Yeah? Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Best way to start a conversation with you.
You skipped one. Did you do that on purpose? I'm sorry. Are we skipping that? Have you been in love?
Um, I need to think because my ideas of what love is have completely switched up. So I was infatuated. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I was there. But have I been in love? No, I've had a crush. Like I've been infatuated, but I don't know if I've truly been in love before. Mm, y'all, if you hear this, don't get hurt. It's just facts. It's just facts. Like. I don't know. Like the more that I'm like growing and learning more about myself and understanding like the parts of myself that I was even working on healing, the more I'm understanding that like so many things were incorrectly labeled in my mind. So
Mhm.
I've had to unlearn so much to learn all these brand new concepts, beliefs, ways of lives, etc. And that sort of shifted my definition for so many things,
Mhm.
including love. So if you had asked me like 2 years ago, have you ever been in love? I'm like, yeah. But now I'm like, maybe not. Because the more that I've been working on my heart chakra and understanding that like it was so blocked, and because it was so blocked it was so hard for me to open up emotionally. I was never I've never been emotionally um shame, I feel so bad, emotionally involved with any of the people that I've dated in the past.
Mhm.
I was never there.
That's
Yeah.
also really interesting because I was also thinking about like commitment issues. And same thing with working on your heart chakra. I never realized that I had commitment issues. I always thought the guys I dated had commitment issues. That's because I always liked and went for the guys that had commitment issues. Like I always
Mhm.
liked the most difficult guy, the most challenging guy, the one that had
Mhm.
like the biggest shell that was so hard to break. I was so fascinated by that guy and I would get attached and always try to make it work and keep going for those guys. And funny, when someone would offer me a relationship, when someone would offer me actual commitment, a guy who was like ready to offer me that, I would be like, it's not as
Mhm.
fun. It's not as exciting. That's what I would tell
It's
myself. It's not as
boring.
exciting. It's boring, right? I wanted these ones with their complicated issues. And what took me like a really long time to realize as well was that I liked those guys because I also had commitment issues. Deep down, I knew I would never get a commitment out of these guys. So it was safe over there. I'm thinking I'm chasing them for a relationship, but really chasing them for a relationship enabled me to keep running away from a relationship as well, right? So that I
Mhm.
could stay in my with my own emotional
Mhm.
unavailability and my own commitment issues. And I would keep looking for guys that mirrored those issues back as well.
It's so scary because
Yeah.
same, right? Like, especially when you're familiar with a setting that's like that. How are you gonna know any different? Like I remember when I used to box all men in one category. Like I was literally giving CEO of men are trash. All men are trash. All of y'all just cockroaches. Like get out of here. Um, and
That's
like
crazy.
because that's where I was. But I was also like attracting those sorts of men because that's the place that I was also at. Yeah, I was in a scary place.
Yeah. What is the best way to start a conversation with you?
Just say hi.
Yeah.
Honestly, say hi. Like if you're trying to reach me, Instagram, YouTube channel, TikTok, Facebook, email
Threads
me.
everywhere.
Everywhere, child. Just pop in and say hi. I'm really good with conversations. If you're shy, girl, I got us for the both of us. So yeah, just literally. There's this movie. I forgot what it's called, but I used to watch it when I was like 7 years old. And one of the quotes in the movie is "Hello is the first word that you say to somebody, because that's when you can start a conversation." So
Yeah, I
hello.
love that.
And like while we're on this question, can we get rid of the like this perception that we're oversharing or you're talking too much or whatever, and just say whatever you want to say. Like we should be able to say who deems whether we're oversharing or not.
That's so true.
Like who judges that? You know what I mean? Like if you text and you're like, "Hey, so I'm kind of thinking about this, and then I'm also wearing this. Oh, and then I'm going to the toilet to do this. If you want to share that, babe, share that. Like I can't be. Oh, you're oversharing. Like no, that's my opinion, and you have not requested for my opinion. Ooh, what do you miss most about being a kid? Oh my gosh, I miss just like everything being taken care of. And by everything, I mean like financial issues. Like like what's bills? Like I don't understand that. Like we need to pay in order to eat, and then in order to sleep in a nice comfortable bed with nice pillows, you got to pay for that. Like it makes no sense. You know, like to breathe, you need like money. Like who invented this like stuff? It makes no sense. I miss like just like coming back from school so tired and you can just switch on the cartoons. You know, Disney Channel. Like that's what I miss. Not like having to wake up to go to work and then to be stressed out and then come home and no one is fixing everything because you need to fix it. What?
Yeah. I think I miss playing. I think I miss how the joy from playing, the excitement that just comes from this like small, simple little games and how we would get so excited to play and just run around. And thing is, it's something I've been connecting with again now, my inner child. And I go outside and I'm like, I'm going to play and I go to the park and I do that. But I would say that's the one thing that I miss is just like all you can do is just like as a child you just play, you eat, you sleep. So I guess maybe I more so miss childlike excitement and joy. It's just so pure and so yeah.
I've also noticed that because I'm working on being present and
Mhm.
continuously present, children are constantly present because they're
So
always like
present.
living in the moment with their little child, like, games, let's play, let's do this, let's be here. And like growing up, we're now somewhat not wanting to be here. We want to be there and
Hmm.
there and there. Yeah.
That's so
Yeah.
true.
Yeah. I wish we could play after this.
Let's go play.
Let's go play.
Next question. Are you scared to fall in love?
No, I'm excited. I don't like the idea of falling though.
Yeah, we were talking about this
Yeah,
yesterday.
I think you put that in my head. I don't want to fall.
Yeah, so the
What if
quote
I fall on my
was
head?
so the quote was, I didn't fall in love. I rose in love. I saw you and made up my mind. I like that.
Now that's what I want to do. That's what
Yeah.
I want to do.
For a really long time, I was. And I didn't realize that I was scared. I used to think to myself that I know one day I'll find my husband, my partner, and have a family. It'll be fine. But I never took the thought further than that. I was just like, I know it's going to be there. But I never allowed myself to imagine a life, my life as a wife, my life with a partner, with the father of my kids. I never allowed myself to imagine all of that. I used to think it was a weakness that girls who sit around thinking about, daydreaming about their future husbands or whatever, just don't have enough time, don't have enough to do, and don't have their eyes on success and on their careers. But a big part of the reason why I didn't allow myself to dream about that stuff was because I was also scared that maybe I would find it and then it would end and I would be left, abandoned and heartbroken. And so I just kind of shut off that side and I would be like, I know he's going to be there, but I didn't allow myself to want it, to think about it, to spend time on it. And so, yeah, until recently, I think I was scared actually to really fall in love, which is where those commitment issues were as well.
Would you adopt a pet together with your boyfriend? Who's asking these questions?
Don't do it. Whoever's asking, don't do that.
Don't do that.
To me, it's the
Don't do
same thing
that.
as signing a lease with your boyfriend. It's the most ridiculous thing I think that
Yeah.
you can do
Yeah,
as a
let's
young
not do
woman.
that,
Let's not
babes.
do that,
Let's
babes.
I hear it ends in tears. Ends
Don't
in
sign a
tears.
lease with your boyfriend. Don't get a pet with your boyfriend. Don't get a
Yeah.
car with your boyfriend either.
Yeah.
Please. With your
If you're
husband.
signing official documentation as single, please know that you are Miss Independent. Act as though Miss Independent. Like, stop
Yeah.
trying to do like wifey budgets, wifey things on a girlfriend budget. Like, stop that.
Get your
Yeah.
own pet.
Yeah. So let me give my backstory. Because some people are like, but didn't you get a pair with your boyfriend? Let me shut y'all
Well,
trolls down
yeah, because that's not how it
ASAP.
happened.
Because that's not how it happened. So, I got my pet as a gift. I got my little doggy woggy as a gift from my boyfriend at that time. And even that for me was stressful because you're always the one that ends up taking care of it. It's giving baby. It's giving baby, you
that's
guys.
that's what this made me think of. I was like, would you have a baby
It's
with your
giving
boyfriend?
baby. Yeah, guys. Like, think about it as having a baby with your boyfriend. Is your boyfriend ready for a baby? No. So then let's not do pets because guys, pets are like babies. You have to like feed them. You have to take care. You have to take them out. You guys. You have to pick up after them. You have to take them to the vet. Oh my gosh, Chelsea, do you remember when we had to take Pogo to the vet and I was
In the middle
bawling my
of
eyes out?
in the middle of the night, I was like, spit pass. I'm like, okay, I gotta go, gotta go to the vet hospital. Gotta go get Pogo. Yeah, no,
Yeah, guys, because
don't
who's
do
paying
that.
that $400 bill? You are. You are.
Yeah.
Personal.
Do we eat breakfast every morning? Are we going for that?
I don't know, but guys, like, eat.
Hey, have you ever broken any part of your body? Now, why would you want to know that? But since you've asked, no, fortunately. Have you?
No,
Why are you sad?
because I've
That's a
always
good
wanted to
thing.
break a leg or an arm or something.
Just to know
Like,
what it feels like.
I just want the cast, and then people come and then they write on it. I've never had it. I just want the writing, and then you come home and everyone has like signed it. Like my brother broke his arm when he was younger, and then like he got the cast and everything, and it was like written by his friends, and I just thought it was so cool.
I'll get you a cast and we can put it on and get it on Amazon, and then we'll put it on and you can go around and get it written.
It's like guys, it's okay. Have you ever been in a distant relationship?
Does 2.5 weeks count?
I think I did it for like a couple of months, like
That's
almost a
crazy.
year.
That's
Yeah, that was no, that
crazy.
was
That's
crazy.
crazy.
It didn't work for me. The person like just changed. My boyfriend at the time left to go to university and I was still there. And then like a year later or couple, like 8 months after he left, he came back to visit, but it wasn't the same person that left that came back. And
Mm.
things just went haywire from there. So my experience with long distance, just like it wasn't it. But I've heard some wonderful stories about it.
Yeah.
With
Personally,
people
not for
I've
me, but
heard. Yeah.
Godspeed. For
Mm-hmm.
the people that do it, you're so strong. God's strongest warriors, you guys. How are you really feeling lately?
I'm feeling kind of blue.
Why?
I don't know. I just saw that today I'm wearing like a whole lot of blue.
I'm
So I was
also
like,
feeling a little blue.
so for all my zodiacs, we're leaving the Gemini season. Amen.
Into
'Cause we know
getting
the
into
Geminis,
Cancer
we're
season.
getting a Cancer.
Cancer season. I'm so excited.
I'm excited to see what it's actually like being in a Cancer season now that like I'm like
Yeah.
kind of aware of what's
Lots of
happening and
tears, baby. Lots of tears.
I'm excited for it because like even though like it's a bit blue, outside is also a bit blue. Like I'm learning how to embrace. Like that's one thing I like love and admire about you water signs. Like you can just like embrace the feels as well. I'm excited to just like I feel like crying cake release. Mm.
Cancer is the most like emotional of all the waters. It's got so
Oh
much depth.
wow.
It's got so much depth. There's so much emotion. There's so much feeling. It's like it used to really bother me. Like I used to hate that about myself and resist
Mhm.
it so much. But then through this journey, now I'm just like one moment if I'm here, I'm smiling, I'm laughing, and but the next I'm like in despair. I just go with the despair. I'm like, okay, we're crying right now, and then I'm like, okay,
Wow.
now we're laughing right now, and it's just I'm just like, okay.
I've always been like on that spectrum of why you feeling like that. You can't be like that. What emotion? Ew. Like, don't you? How weak must you be? And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it was just always that. So like, I'm excited to be like, if you like crying, okay, let's go. Hold on, I just gotta cry.
How could someone get to know you? It depends if I want to be known or not.
I feel like a lot of people don't know me
Mm.
because I've never felt safe in a lot of places. I've also like sheltered myself for
Mm-hmm.
most of my life. I've closed myself off. So people knew a version of me that I wanted them to know. And I think that goes with everybody. Like people only know what it is that you want them to know.
Mm-hmm.
And so now, like, as I'm also like making a safe space for myself and getting to know myself, I'm understanding only the people that are able to make a safe space for me truly get to know who I am. Yeah.
For me,
Mm-hmm.
it's also like I was showing a certain version of myself to myself. Like I had my ideas of who I
Mm-hmm.
was. And
Mm-hmm.
so, for example, with the emotions thing, I told myself, that's weakness. I'm not going to be emotional. So I would even deny myself to myself. I was trying to live up to an idea, a version of myself to my own self. So it's like I had to get to know my own self first. And so now, same, I'm like, I want the right people to share in me, just like I want to share in the right people as well. So they have to
Mm-hmm.
create that space where I can also become comfortable now to share like all these different versions of myself.
Mhm. Is there a meaning behind your username? Oh.
What's the meaning behind so?
So stands for the strength of a woman. So my background is constantly feeling disempowered, feeling like I'm not enough, feeling like I can't do anything by myself, just absolutely not having any power. But I grew up around a lot of strong women that like did things that like shook my world. Like all of them had their own businesses. They stood up for themselves. They left unpleasant situations. And I was like, I kind of want to be like that. So I was looking for a name, and I was like, what is the name? What like breathes strength? But coming from a woman, like what like shows us the authority and the power that we have. And my aunt was like, the strength of a woman. And I was like, yeah. And then I was like, but like, I love to sow seeds. And then my mom was like, oh my gosh, acronym for strength of a woman is sow, sowing seeds. And I was like, oh, it's divine. It's meant to be. It's meant to be.
Yeah,
So yeah.
that's beautiful. I love that.
Yeah. And then I even started to notice the strong women that were like around me. And then it just started making so much sense. Like, the people that were around me, like wanting to like do so much. Like, Chelsea, you're so ambitious, it's ridiculous. Like, I thought I was ambitious and I thought it was crazy, but your ambition is on steroids. It is on steroids. And I'm like, yeah, the strength. It takes strength to be able to get to these places and to be able to do things even though you don't feel like doing it right now, but you're still doing it because like ahead of time, we're somewhere over there.
Mhm.
Yeah. The strength of a woman.
Oof,
Amen.
beautiful.